What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Thursday Night Football Show. I'm Ivan Vargas. That's Luke Nettles. Talk about in the nick of time, dude. Talk about
Yeah.
in the nick of time. I just walked through the door, whipped open the laptop, threw on the computer, and we just got here just in time to do the halftime show. Good matchup right now. It's probably going to be a little bit higher scoring, like you had predicted. It is 14-10 right now. The Washington football team on top, and they had to crawl back because they were down big. They were down 10-0.
Yeah.
But Terry McLaurin and J.D. McKissick changed that for the Washington football team. But give credit to Tyler Heineke, man. He's doing a job.
I'll tell you where the credit goes. The credit goes to Ron Rivera. They started using Gibson in passing downs when usually McKissick is the pass catcher, and they started using McKissick in running downs with Gibson. I feel like that's what got him right there. That's phenomenal play calling, switching up the backs in their roles. Like I feel like, man, they had him off center with that. Obviously McLaurin is still hot. But man, my boy, I told you about him, Diami Brown. I'm telling you, man, watch out for that kid. He's in the number 2. He's going to be there until Samuel comes back. And then I look for him to probably move to the slot. But I still have a feeling that guy's going to have a big play. But in the end, that Washington defense getting carved up by Daniel Jones.
Man, you know what? Daniel Jones has sneaky speed.
Yeah.
I mean, sneaky, I'm going to gallop away from you speed.
Yeah.
It's not like he's quick or he can catch you off guard. No, this man will leave you. He will leave you. He left everybody on that football field as he took off. Like you saw that, Luke.
Yeah, I saw
the acceleration. So Daniel Jones, I mean, he's not doing what you'd like as far as production through the
passing. Yeah.
He's 8 of 11, 65 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. He leads the team in rushing with 6 carries. Again, with 6 carries, 73 yards, and it says a touchdown here, but he did not pick up a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I think he got the first one.
Oh, that's right. He did get the first one. So yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones doing it whichever way you ask him to. So I mean that's good for the New York Giants. But let's go to Tyler Heineke. The guy is 17 of 21, 162 and a touchdown. He's spreading it around. I told you about the guy that played Tampa Bay in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's the same fucking guy. Excuse me. It's the same guy we're watching tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same guy we're watching tonight. Tyler Heineke isn't phased about the big lights. He's not phased about it being Thursday Night Football. He's not phased about it being the New York Football Giants. Mm-hmm. Tyler Heineke's out there to play football. And that's what Ron Rivera understood. And that's why they gave him that contract to stay, even as a backup. Mm-hmm. Even with the faith that they had in Fitzpatrick. Mm-hmm. They wanted him to stay. This is the reason why. Because he understands, and he's going to go ahead and he's going to ball out. He really is. He's not going to hold anything back. The thing is that you're seeing guys a little bit here and there step up. Terry McLaurin being one of them.
Yeah, no, McLaurin's good. I mean, everybody knows where the ball's going. Everybody knows. And Heineke. Speaking of, so highly of Heineke, he's getting by on first week was this defense. This week's defense. Let him get up against like a Steelers or a Tampa Bay or somebody with the Broncos or somebody with a more stellar defense. I don't see him thriving. I do like what he's doing right now. I do like the simple fact that he's spreading it around. I think that's what Washington has to do more of. They have to spread it around to keep these guys from guessing, like, oh, you can't go to McLaurin all the time. You can't do it. Like, he can't be your security blanket. You have to spread the ball around. And I think Washington is doing a good job of using him and his talents and calling plays for other guys to keep the Giants off balance. But with that being said, this that's great. You could do that, but you're also eating up a lot of clock. And I feel like the Giants are going down there. And then once they get within the 20-yard line, it's just Daniel Jones show. Let me show you how to run.
That's all good and dandy. That's all fine and dandy for the Giants. But with the Washington football team, hey, I'm gonna say this, and I understand what you're saying about Terry McLaurin. It has to be other people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean.
they got to get involved.
Everybody needs to get involved. And I think he's done a decent job of spreading it around to this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I've said this already about Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is not he's the guy that's not going to be your household name, but he's going to be the best receiver on the football field week in and week out. That's Terry McLaurin. And honestly, look at him this week. Look at what he's doing right now. Terry McLaurin's making a name for himself this year, dude. That's why I drafted him in fantasy. That's why I'm talking about him so highly, is because this guy is going to step up even with a backup quarterback, but that backup quarterback probably has more of a repertoire with McLaurin than Fitzpatrick. So there's probably more trust between McLaurin and Heineke than McLaurin and Fitzpatrick had. And we saw that early in that Washington and LA game last week. But this week, if you're going to go to McLaurin, I'm cool with that. Make sure you have something sitting up your sleeve. Make sure you have an ace up your sleeve. They're going to start targeting Terry. They're going to start looking out for him. They're going to start making sure he's not going to hurt them come the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing about this game right now is like there hasn't been anybody to really hit a deep shot. You know, you have home run hitters. You have home run hitters on both sides of the ball, offenses. I feel like that's what's going to break this game open. Somebody's going to find somebody running deep and hit him, and that's going to sway it, and whoever hits that deep shot first is going to win the game. Let me
watch the running backs. Let's not. I think I hear you with the big shot passing, but watch the running back. Saquon already with a big run. You have Antonio Gibson who can bust it out if given the space. So watch a big play on the ground or through the air for either.
You know, another thing I feel like, when we spoke in the pregame, I had no idea that it was raining in Washington. So maybe that's why the passing game hasn't really popped off so much, because there was a little bit of weather happening in the first half.
Well, it doesn't seem like Heineke has a problem.
No, it doesn't. I mean, like I said, either of them. I mean, really. I mean, but like you said, everybody, these guys got to get going. They have home run hitters in the receiving core on both sides, whether it be De'Ami Brown, McLaurin, whether it be Kenny Golladay, whether it be Sterling Shepard. Like we've seen some of these guys bust a big one, and I have a feeling that the Giants, with the way they're running, with Saquon in and Daniel Jones toting the rock, has the Washington defense kind of like guessing, like, okay, what the hell is going to happen right now? Is it going to be a play fake? Is he going to run, or is he going to or is he going to pump fake it and boom, go down 60 yards?
See, this is where we're going to disagree, because I've seen the push already from the Washington football. You've seen when Daniel Jones had that big run, it gets called back, and then you see them stiffen up. Then you see them hold them to 3. I think that Washington football team is about to turn the corner on their ass, and I don't know. It might be me. But I feel like they're going to start stepping it up. They're going to start, making the focus Daniel Jones. Well, they're going to start making the focus Daniel Jones. I don't think Saquon has enough right now, or I don't think the front line, that offensive line of Washington, of New York, has enough or has an answer for that line of Washington. I just think it's Daniel Jones or bust. Like look at it right now. He's the leading rusher. He has under 100 yards passing after 10 attempts. It's you're doing a decent job. Continue to bottle up Saquon. Make sure Daniel Jones doesn't beat you deep. And then if Daniel Jones is trying to beat you with his legs, I mean, I think it's going to be a good day for you.
Yeah, but I mean, if you keep giving up 10, 12-yard runs with Daniel Jones, and then you put Saquon back there, and Saquon starts running a little bit, and then you got the play action. Now you've got the defense flustered. Now they don't know what's going on, because they don't know if Daniel Jones is going to take off. They don't know if they're throwing it to Saquon, and you run that play action. And like I said, these are receivers that the Giants have. Slayton, Shepard. I mean, we've seen these guys catch huge balls in games.
That's huge balls,
and well, I'm going to keep my mouth shut, but yeah, but I'm saying now you got Kenny Golladay. Yeah, Golladay, man. I swear to God, dude, you just watch. It's a matter of time before the Giants hit a big one. It's a matter of time.
I know. I could see both teams. with a big play in this half. Like I said, this is not gonna be a blowout either way. I predicted
No.
a close game. You predicted a little bit higher scoring than I did. I think we're in that same area. You and I were in the same idea. I think it's going to be a barn burner. You're going to stick with your prediction with the Giants coming out on top?
Of course.
All right. Well, I'm going to stick with mine with Washington coming out on top.
I'm gonna stay with the Giants just because, like I said, I feel like the Daniel Jones aspect is a little too much for the Redskins, and I feel like now they're gonna have to kind of Mike Vick him. You know what I mean? Even though he's not Mike Vick, but you see, yeah. So that takes away. And who knows? Maybe with that line, if they go spy with the linebacker, especially if it's middle linebacker, then maybe Kyle Rudolph gets off over the top of the linebacker. Who knows? But I feel like the Giants know what they have in Saquon Barkley. They know the threat. I feel like the Washington Redskins know the threat that Saquon Barkley could be. And I feel like with having a threat like that in the backfield could be the one to pop it off. Just because like you have to respect both of them. You have to at this point. You've already seen Daniel Jones gouge you. You know what I mean? Like he's ran a touchdown in on you. Like you have to have somebody
I'm
there.
still freaking out at how he just leaves people.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Jones will leave you in a dead sprint. Like in a dead heat, he could leave your ass if you don't have the speed.
Yeah, I mean, cue the Elton John song, Daniel, my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's go. I'm sure. I mean, like the Giants got to be loving it, you know? So, I mean, like, I feel like the Giants have them right where they want them. Because, I mean, once you beat, like, if you could hold up against Washington's defensive front, I feel like the world is yours after that. Because I don't feel like their secondary is up to par. They're still good, you know, don't get me wrong. But I feel like with veterans like Slayton and Shepard and Galladay, somebody's going to find a way to get open, you know, in that defensive secondary. And like I said, I just have a feeling. I'm just telling you. I told you there's something crazy about the Giants. I told you that last week. There's just some weird vibe I'm getting from the Giants this year.
They have a good culture built, are being built with Joe Judge. Like I know you had Kelvin Benjamin's chubby checker ass talking shit about Joe Judge.
Come on.
Kelvin Benjamin. If anybody remembers Kelvin Benjamin, he came in as a receiver, left as an offensive guard. You know what I'm saying? And wanted to talk crap on his way out. I think they're building the correct culture there in New York. I think that the New York Giants, like I said, the Cowboys have, as long as the Cowboys have Dak healthy, they're the leaders. These two are going to be in a dogfight all year long. And don't sleep on the Eagles. Hey, Philly. But like I mean, still.
Yeah.
Still, like I like the Eagles.
Why would I throw it down? Why would I throw it down?
But still, you got to watch the Eagles. Like the play is the play. Like
well,
if they're a good team, they're a good team. They're a good team. There's no doubt about it. Like we can't. Even though you can't talk shit about the Eagles if they're winning.
Well, I could always talk shit about the Eagles, but
you know, maybe I misspoke.
No, you could have. I mean, like I just can't stand them. You know, this goes back years. You know, McNabb era, Tampa Bay. They were always our pillar. Like, but we always had to play them in cold weather. You know, we always had to play Philadelphia. We got beat. You know, so the Eagles are. No, I'm not talking about them. I don't care how good they look. Jalen Hurts is not the answer, and you're going to find out. He had a great first week. But you'll find out about Jalen Hurts about 3, 4, 5 weeks. You'll find out about him. Anyway, back to this game. I just feel like, I'm telling you, I can't stress enough. This Giants, the Giants offensive line, let's give them some love. Not getting back, not letting Washington get back there too often. And when they are, I mean, look at these holes. Saquon's had big ones. Daniel Jones had big ones. Now they've got them thinking. You know, like, hey, who's going to run the ball? Is it Jones? Is it Saquon? Is it, I hate to say it, Devontae Booker, which is probably not going to happen.
Well, it's 4-7 now. They're lining up for a field goal. They've got the receivers to get it done. They're around about the 36-yard line. Kick is just good. Score is 14-13. Washington holds a 1-point lead over the New York Football Giants, and you know what? We'll see what happens with this first drive for Washington and Tyler Heineke. Like the kid just shows me. Like I saw that in the playoffs, and we talked about it. I know it was a while ago, but I saw, I was like, man, you got to give him credit. Like, he is a backup, but you got to give him credit. Now he's coming in here. He's already got over 100 yards just leading the Washington with confidence.
Yeah.
And he has the confidence in his coaches and his head coach. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think the sky's the limit as of right now for Tyler Heineke. Let's see what he does throughout the season. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up because the second half just got underway. The Giants just punted over to the Washington football team. We'll see what their first drive entails. Until the post, I'm Ivan Vargas. That's Luke Nettles.
Yay. That way. You're right.
Yeah, that's Luke Nettles.
You're right. You're left.
We'll see you guys in the post game. Hopefully Washington holds on. I know Luke's going to beg to differ, but we'll see. Hopefully it's a good game. Later, guys.
We got him.